here because there was this big Jewish moment we had, because someone had to bring up Carmen, right? And so the temple's president said, you do it, Rabbi, you do it, you do it. Finally I did it, so I done it, all right? Good, welcome everybody. How you feel? You're not there, you're not schwitzing? I schwitz no matter what, don't worry. We have some Philadelphians in the room over here, I see. From Jersey, this is good, this is good. Did you watch Mad Men? Were you into the Mad Men? Yeah? It was a bit of a what the heck moment at the end, right? It was, but the guy who wrote The Sopranos wrote that ending too, so what do you expect, but what the heck? You remember The Sopranos ending? I turned to my wife, I said, did you pay the cable bill? I mean, what was that ending? Did you like the ending? No, nobody liked the ending. So, am I spoiling it for anybody if I mention it?
Yes.
Who's a yes? You didn't see it?
No.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, I don't want to spoil it for you.
Spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it in code, okay? So the thing at the end, did he create that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. I didn't know. I thought, oh, another commercial came up. I thought it was a good place for a Coca-Cola. Oh, sorry. Commercial. There you go. There you go. We have Joe Franklin in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Joe would be at our show every year. Have you seen Joe at the show? A few of you, yeah? Always. Wonderful guy, wonderful guy. We'll definitely miss him. A lot of endings this year. Mad Men. Letterman, you gonna be sorry that Letterman's going?
Yeah.
You sound a little ambivalent. He's a neighbor. He's just a few blocks away, you know, so I'll miss him too. And of course, Joe. Gee whiz, Joe. Did anybody do Joe Franklin's show years ago? I know you have to date yourself. I did his show, I guess it must have been 90, 91. Steve Garron, when was the last year his show was on? 92? 93, I think, yeah. I worked that last year. I did the show a couple of times. And I did a few impressions. Of course, you know, you had to perform on his show on the couch. You would be sitting next to a woman who wrote a book about crochet and sewing. And then Hitler's grandson. It was... And then there was a gynecologist and a gentleman who collected spit. It was very eclectic, and he'd ask you, Bob Greenberg, what do you think of spit? And I'd say, well, you know, expectoration is interesting. I wouldn't know what to say, you know, so. But then at some point he would say to you, Bob, do your Lou Costello at the John Gotti trial, and you would just do it. You'd be sitting there. Of course, I would have a hat with me, you know, I'd be sitting there with a hat. And the only thing about Joe that was very funny was he would get a little nervous, you know. He would get a little scared. He said to me at the commercial break about the Lou Costello at the John Gotti trial bit that I do. He said to me, he said, do you think the boys might be offended? The boys. And I said to him, well, children like the bit. I don't know. What do you mean? And he did this. The boys. The boys. He says, no, I think it'll be fine. I don't think there'll be a problem. So let me do the bit with the hat that I did on the Joe Franklin show back in 90-something, okay? Lou Costello at the John Gotti trial. Mr. DA, are you asking me if I think John Gotti's a member of organized crime? Well, I'll tell you, confidentially, oh, there's John Gotti. There's John Gotti. There's John Gotti. John Gotti. John Gotti. John Gotti. John Gotti. The boys weren't offended, don't worry. I live to tell the tale. Could you see that behind the microphone? Those little, it's okay? You can see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Good. Oh, I'm already schwitzing out here. This is good. I always lose weight doing these shows. I'm going to weigh in at Weight Watchers tomorrow. 10 pounds will be off because of tonight. Let me tell you. So what else did I do on that show? Oh, I remember this. This is good. At that time, it was just around the time that the Gone with the Wind movie was in the 50th anniversary. And there were all these specials about screen tests to find Scarlett O'Hara and all these people testing. So I had a bit where I said even the minor roles were screen tested. For instance, Stan Laurel screen tested for the role of Prissy the Maid in Gone with the Wind. Oh, Miss Scarlett, I don't know nothing about birth of babies. Manny says if you put a knife under the bed, it cuts the paper. But I don't know. What, Mr. Butler? You don't give a damn? I'm sorry. So you need to know Gone with the Wind. And you need to know Stan Laurel. But he was the king of nostalgia, so this is nostalgic. Oh, here we go. So then the other bit that I would do with the Derby, the Black Derby, was Oliver Hardy on the sex hotline. The sex hotlines were very popular back then, you know. I guess they probably still are, you know. And once again, as we get out during the commercial break, he says, just don't get too hot. Don't get too hot with the Oliver Hardys. You don't want me to get too hot, like I'll be schwitzing? No, don't get too standards and practices, he said to me. You have to be careful. So, at the end of this bit, he actually censored me, Joe. He did. As I'm reaching the climax of the Oliver Hardys, he goes, Bob Greenberg, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't even cut off Hitler's grandson like that. But I'm going to do the whole bit without Joe cutting it out, so there you go. But he didn't ask me to do it. I got a little scared. I think I could do the Oliver Hardy spit curls. I'm schwitzing so much. Look, there we go. Is it working? Am I working it?
Yeah.
Hello. It certainly is. Yes, I would like a spanking. Oh. 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 Well, here's another fine mess you got me into. Well, thank you, Dominatrix. Goodbye. And Joe cut me off a little bit before. Thank you. I'm just going to throw my hats on the floor. Devil may care. Let me take a little swig of water. So tonight you're going to see a lot of great comedians. They're all donating their time for this. So give them a hand in advance, all right? It's a mitzvah. I'm telling my Italian friends, it's a mitzvah. So, in recent years, the one impression that Joe really liked that I did was Jack Gleason. And I didn't do his, he had a satellite radio show. It was the last thing he had. And I didn't perform on it, but when he had Ed McMahon on the show, he had me meet Ed McMahon, he had me do this bit for Ed. And then on the radio, you heard Ed McMahon say, I met this young, I can't do an Ed McMahon impression, but I met this young comedian, Bob Greenberg. I was young, comparatively speaking, you know? And he does a great, fantastic Jack Gleason. So anyway, this is one of Joe's favorites, so I want to salute Joe one more time with his favorite bit that I have in my canon. Here is Jack Gleason doing Shakespeare. you know that I know that you know that I'm the Prince of Denmark. Oh, I'm the Prince! I am the Prince! And Ophelia's a mental case. No! Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the son of York. A horse, no! My kingdom for a horse, or a string of Peloponnese. Peloponnese! If you tickle us, do we not laugh? Ha 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 ha! If you prick us, do we not bleed? Norton, prick me. Will you prick me, Norton? No. Ah! 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 Et tu, Norton? Et tu? Yago, you are a blabbermouth. A blabbermouth. Desdemona? Desdemona, bang, zoom to the moon, Desdemona to the moon. Juliet, what can I say but baby, thou art the greatest.